Hello, it's Rob from Fountain Pen Journey. I have a pen review for you this evening. This is another Ohto pen, Ohto. It's a very good little pocket pen. That's all I'm going to start off with. We're going to talk a lot about the size and the dimensions of this pen in this video. It's a very inexpensive pen. Very good quality. These are two of the different finishes. We have the black finish, which is a glossy black, does attract fingerprints, and the blue finish here, which is a metallic blue, once again attracts fingerprints, and the pocket pens, all metal pocket pens. This is the Ohto Tache. Interesting name, Japanese pens, Japanese nibs. Let's get straight into the actual review here. So, both of these pens are identical. I'm going to talk about the finial, flat, nothing fancy, not exactly a polished mirror finish, but you know, it's good enough. Fairly broad metal clip. It's reasonable. I don't find that this clips onto things quite as well as other pens. It's a little bit, I don't know, a little bit too much giving the actual clip. This is an interesting pen because all I can say is, look, here's the pen as it is. Tiny little metal pocket pen, and it's mainly cap. Talking about the weight, all metal pen, very good quality. I wouldn't say it's the most robust metal pen. I'm assuming it's some sort of aluminium rather than steel. If it is steel, it's extremely thin and it will bend if you sit on it, I'm guessing. Oh, come on, scales. There we go. Right, let's have a look at the weight of this little pen. Stop the camera from bouncing around. So, here we go. Ohto Tache weighs 14.4 grams. That's a very, very lightweight little pen. Size comparison. Ohto Tache with a Lamy Safari. And this is the pastel pink one. Move these into the centre of the frame. So, tiny pocket pen, a good inch or 3 or 4 centimetres shorter than the Safari. Now, what's interesting about this pen is the way it caps, the way it posts. In fact, these Ohto Tache pens only seem to be available with medium nibs. The nibs are from Ohto. It does say on there something like iridium point, nothing fancy, generic nib. Very reliable nibs, very, very good writers. Now, if you can see how this pen compares now it's been posted with the unposted version, you've got a huge, huge long section here. Really long. I mean, it's unbelievably long when you consider that this is the cap, this is the section, that is the pen. Get the Lamy Safari in comparison, which capped is about the same length as the posted Ohto Tache. Uncapped, Lamy Safari is just a little bit shorter. I mean, I don't like posting my pens. I mean, obviously the Lamy Safari is a much longer pen in this situation, but hey, let's talk about the pen. So, Ohto Tache is a good little pocket pen. The cap, I find, it clips on quite securely. I mean, this isn't going to come out easily, but you've got hardly anything here. This little black bit here is the barrel. That is the barrel. So you've only got this tiny little area to hold on to uncap the pen, which I find is a little bit fiddly, and for a pocket pen it's a pretty much two-handed operation, which isn't the easiest, but hey. There is no cap liner whatsoever in this pen. It's just metal. You can see the screw at the bottom, and I find that if left unused for, I'd say, around 10 days, I'm talking 10 days in UK average weather, so we're probably talking about, I don't know, room temperature 19 to 22 degrees and relative humidity of about 80%, 90% on average. If left capped for 10 days unused, these pens will hard start. They will get going fairly easily, but they will hard start. There is a little bit of a drying out with this cap. It doesn't seal particularly well. It's not a terrible seal, but it's not great. Now, what's interesting is up at this end of the finial, there is a, can't really tell what it is. It looks like a black rubber. I don't think it's a silicone thing, but it's a black rubber O-ring. So when you uncap the pen and post it, it's really secure. It fits very snugly. I mean, this is 100% secure on there. I mean, you've got to pull it, push it to take it off. So once it's posted, this pen is very, it's not long, but it's a decent size. In fact, it's probably a little bit longer than I normally write with a pen, but you have to post it, because unposted it's just too small in the hand. I mean, you can do it, but it's not comfortable. So post the pen, slip that on there. Decent length, very decent length of pen. The section, this long section here, is, I'm guessing, brushed aluminium, lightweight, fairly warm to the touch because it is thin metal. It warms up easily. Takes standard international cartridges. Now, see the section? This is the barrel. Just about to unscrew it. Quite a few turns, and there we go. There is the short standard international cartridge. So yeah, that's in there. You're not going to get, I mean, even though this is long, this is not going to hold another short standard international cartridge in there. Can't eyedropper it, it's all metal. So there you go, short standard international cartridge. Medium nib, steel nib, nothing fancy. So let's do a little bit of writing. There we go. You see, this hasn't been used for a few days, and we had a hard start up here. Medium nib. So it's, I would say, it's not the most wonderful of nibs, but I like these nibs. I mean, the Ohto Dude fountain pen review that I put out fairly recently, very nice nib on that pen. Hard starts occasionally if you leave it unused for a few days. Same with this pen, hard starts, but decent quality. Both of these pens, I mean, the black one and the blue one, the nibs are equally as good, so the consistency is definitely there. Okay, might not be there for everything because they are cheap pens. Do a quick writing sample. fine variation in this. It's alright. Wetness is pretty good, I'd say. By the way, the ink is Colt pens, which incidentally is actually made by Diamine. So this is Colt pens, deep dark green. Now, just look at how much this nib lays down. No issues whatsoever keeping up. Yeah, it just chucks down ink. I mean, I'd say it's medium to wet. It's not the wettest pen, but it's pretty good. Also going to talk about this ink as well. Colt pens have a range of deep dark ink colours. They even have a deep dark orange, which, to be honest, all I've tried is the deep dark green because, excuse me, I'm looking for my ideal green ink. This isn't it. To be honest, I don't dislike this ink, but it's a little bit of a dark, army, murky, muddy green. It's not really the sort of bright green that I'm after. Dark, bright green, if you know what I mean. Anyway, so I'm not going to talk about the ink too much. But, you know, just make you aware that Colt pens do sell these inks, which are, if you like, if you know what blue black's like, you know, they're trying to offer a range of other colours which are like blue black. So you think sort of green black. This is a green black-ish. Well, sort of. Anyway, not going to harp on about that. So, Ohto Tache. I'll just write with the blue version as well, just to show you. So, this is just a standard generic cartridge that I popped in, standard international. As you can see, I mean, we've got two ink smears here, different inks, same pen, very, very similar. I mean, this is just a generic black cartridge that was sent as part of some pen purchase. So, equivalent sort of smear, not technical, not scientific, but it's pretty similar to the deep dark green. Yeah, I'm really, really pleased with these pens. I mean, obviously there is the whole drying out issue, which isn't terrible. It really isn't terrible. I can live with this. If I don't use one of these pens for 10 days and come back to it and go, oh no, it's going to hard start, within a few seconds it's writing again. Give it a minute and it's writing consistently. And then it'll write for days. After that, you know, without any issues. If you use it, no problem whatsoever. Very attractive little pocket pens, very inexpensive. I'm not entirely sure whether the branding on the side had to be quite so obvious. I mean, it takes up more than half of the length of the cap. Yes, it's great. I can tell that it's the Tache from Ohto in Japan. But they're good little metal pens. They're not as robust as some of the other ones like the Kaweco, All Sport, things like that, but they're a lot less expensive. I mean, we're talking, I don't know, £10. Ohto is not a very well known brand. Well, it's not a go-to brand. It's not one of those brands that people go to, especially not for Japanese pens. I mean, you know the big names in Japanese pens. You're always going to choose those over Ohto, and you're going to get better quality. But these things are, from the two pens that I own and the Ohto Dude, are consistently good little pens with what I consider reasonably decent nibs. So, that was the Ohto Tache. I hope you found that the review was interesting and useful. I would recommend that if you are in the market for a metal pocket pen, and it is quite a slim pen as well, that you do consider the Tache, because it is inexpensive and it's a reliable little pen. Hopefully you're interested in this. I will be doing some more Chinese fountain pen reviews soon, so keep your eyes peeled, subscribe, and you'll be notified of when they get uploaded. So thank you very much for watching this little review of the Ohto Tache, and I'll see you next time. Bye.